This is TWiT.
I love Scott Galloway. I don't know. How do you feel about Professor Galloway? Because he's kind of
I know him. I've been at conference with him a lot. I think he's turned into pure showbiz. I think this is awful.
It is showbiz.
Look, yeah, it's pure. And he's sorry, I'm going to say it. Got to say it. He's going toward techno panic to try to sell books. He's a nice guy, but I think he's gone over the edge. Where you compare that to Stratechery's analysis, which is wise and mature and fact-filled.
That's interesting. It's the same, by the way, the same bottom line result. We're talking about WeWork. Scott calls it WTF. Both point out that there are some. They're doing an IPO. Both point out there's some serious issues in the financials that anybody considering WeWork as an investment should consider. Ben's more balanced because he kind of gives the WeWork's point of view on this, but ultimately concludes the same thing, which is, he says, Ben Thompson says, in short, there's a case that WeWork is both a symptom of software eating the world as well as an enabler and driver of the same, which would mean the company would still have access to the capital it needs even in a recession. See, this is the fear, is that WeWork going into a recession has a mismatch of commitments. It has long-term, as long as 15-year leases, but if there's a recession, its income could change in a
But as Ben also
moment.
points out, in a recession is when companies will more want to save money on things like office space, and they may end up getting more business as a result.
The problem is you just don't control that.
How it's it's an AWS model.
What he really points out is the real thing that's letting WeWork perhaps skate through this is they can just walk away from those leases and nobody's going to do anything.
Exactly.
Which,
so
of
a lot
course,
of the things that others complain about, like how the company's structured, so you can't get to the leases, is an
there's an
problem.
LLC for each one, a separate LLC for each one, and they can't get to the big corporate. Now, that's not.
That is how we built big internet infrastructure back in the aughts. I mean, bankruptcy helped lower the costs of things like Akamai for everyone. So
in the end,
some ways,
Ben's conclusion is the real concerns about duration mismatch in a recession is a very good reason to stay away. That's
like the last sentence.
But he does go back through it. Meanwhile, Scott, he
acknowledges
the
sense behind the model.
Yeah.
And as opposed to others who just dismiss it and make fun of it, he delves in and understands it.
Scott is very much the Jim Cramer now of this stuff.
It's a clown costume on.
Well, but it was fun. It was a fun read.
He does brilliant presentations.
Yeah.
But it's all showbiz now. He's gone kind of over the edge.
And I mean, there's some self-dealing in the WeWork.
There's big self-dealing.
I'm like, good Lord, this thing.
Adam
nasty.
sold the We trademark to WeWork for $5.9 million. He also took $700 million in stock off the table before the IPO. Which, as Scott says, is 700 million red flags to spell words on the field of football field at halftime saying, "Get me the hell out of this stock," but you should buy some. I don't know. I enjoyed it. It's funny.
It's funny, but
it's not wrong either.
Oh, yeah, no, because
you enjoyed reading Ben Thompson's 3 times longer.
Because
thoughtful
it was actually
piece.
informative.
Okay.
He just dismissed. There's something to understand here, and Ben realizes that and explains it and does journalism. Scott just
Scott's
makes
not
fun
doing
of it
journalism,
which is
Scott's
okay.
doing punditry.
Well, yeah, but that should include some facts and some sense to it. He's just exploiting it for the yucks.